Welcome back to our final part of the both sides of the story workout experience. I'm going to run a brief mobility cool down session to address all those muscles you just worked so hard. Start our clock here and we'll get started first a little bit of a quad stretch. So if you're able to sit 3, 2, 1 with your hips to your heels, that's great. If that's too much, maybe we'll try working on kneeling and see if you can reach back for one knee at a time and bring that heel towards your bottom, trying to keep upright in the torso, reaching tall, kind of a modified version of the couch stretch. Okay, so let's hold here for another 15 seconds. Good. And then just gently release that down. You want to ricochet that down or reach for the other side. See if you can bring the chest tall and upright. Stretching into the quad, tucking your pelvis under can accentuate that stretch there. Nice work. Okay, stick with it through all parts of that workout. We'll work on our accumulation, see if we can improve the duration or decrease the number of breaks that we need to get to that same number. Let that foot down gently. And while we're here, let's work on stretching out the front of the body so we can have hands on the back. If you tuck the toes under, you can reach one hand back to a heel and lift the other arm forward toward the ceiling. If you're able, you can reach both hands back to the heels and lift up. Again, any of those are good stopping points for opening the shoulders and the chest. I like to do a little bit of a reach and rotate here. Good. Let's come to a sit and stretch hamstrings a bit from those plank holds. So we'll get into a hurdler stretch. So bring one foot in and keep the other leg long. And we're going to rotate our hips so we're facing that long leg. Reaching up tall toward the ceiling, hinging at the hips, keeping the back long. Reach as far as you can. Think about pulling that chest forward and engaging down. And then you can let the back soften and round. And maybe reach a little farther down the leg toward the toes. And only go as far as you need to. If it's the knee for you and that gives you some stretch, totally great. Meet yourself where you are. Good. I'm feeling this a little bit in my back as well. We used a lot of our stabilizing muscles today. So honor where that stretch is happening for you today. You're going to come back to a tall chest and then walk yourself back up. Let's swap sides. So the opposite leg comes long, tucking the other foot in toward the groin, rotating towards that extended leg, hands tall toward the ceiling, hinging at the hips and reaching forward with a tall spine, chest tall and proud. And once you've gotten as much as you can there, then you can relax into it and hinge forward. Again, I feel this in my hamstring for sure, but also in through here with those Russian twists and those twisting planks. Good, and we'll bring our chest tall and walk ourselves back up. All right, we're going to use a little bit of that inverted position as a mobilizer here, and we're going to do it though in fish pose. So I'm going to come in a bit of a diagonal. So I want you to have the legs long. I want you to work on sitting on your hands and coming up on the elbows here to start, and just letting the head fall back and the chest open. And that's great. That's enough. If you want to work on lifting through the hips, you can. Okay. Opening up the shoulders. Always breathing. Good. All right. And then we'll get a little more work opening up the abs that we had kind of contracted for the Russian twist. So coming onto your belly, coming into a little bit of a cobra if you like. If you're able to press up a little more into a bit of an up dog. Let the shoulders relax back, opening up the abdomen. Again, if that's too much, you always back off to where you feel engagement, but no pain. All right, while we're here, let's press ourselves up and back into a down dog. Get a little bit of pedaling out of the heels, pressing the chest through. And then we're going to bring ourselves into a pigeon So we're bringing the left leg into a figure 4. The right leg go back and long. And you can stay here, upright on your hands. You can come to the elbows. You want to get a little more relaxation. If you walk the hands out long and bring the head to the floor, any of those are great. Working on keeping that extended leg long. Feeling a stretch in through the glute here. Breathing into it. So you take those moments to stretch and honor the work that you did. So we're going to lift up now, engaging the toes of that back foot, pressing up through a down dog and swapping. Bring the opposite leg through and the back leg long in elbows. Maybe walking hands out. Any of those are fair. Maybe taking some more of this extended downtime to improve our mobility. You can follow Art of Barbell. Our very own Coach Snow hosts great mobility challenges most days. Keeping up on improving our range of motion, which makes all the hard work easier, makes those gains go faster. All right, let's press back and then walk ourselves up to a stand. We're just a little bit of side stretching here. So we use moon crescent pose, a half moon, reaching to each side. Do that dynamically to start. You can bring the feet a little closer together. And then let's hang one way. Think about extending long, sinking the hip into it. Let's finish to the other side. Come back to the middle. And let's give ourselves one last forward fold to finish. Let everything just relax. Give yourself credit for hard work done. And then think about lengthening through the spine and standing all the way tall. And that's it. Both sides of the story complete. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.